Welcome back to the Talkoffame podcast. I'm Kylie Montigney, and today I'm introducing you to Claudia's song. Claudia, originally from New York, is a dancer, model, actress, and singer who relocated to Los Angeles, California to pursue her career professionally. She's currently represented by Aries Talent Agency for print and commercial work. Claudia assists and trains at Millennium Dance Complex Movement Lifestyle Playground LA and Yorba Linda Academy of Ballet under several industry professionals. She also trains at Chanel Gray Studios for acting and Liz Kaplan Vocal Studios for vocal training. Appearing in February, Claudia was cast on season 2 of Abby Lee Miller's newest reality TV show, Madhouse, airing on Peacock and Brandon TV. More of her credits include Google, Kohl's, Teens React, Parents Magazine, Porkle Sweet, Jaden Triplets, XOMG Pop, and Will Simmons' short film, Il Saint, from her concert dance background to her current commercial training. Claudia is well-rounded, extremely dedicated, and passionate about her craft. If she puts her mind to something, she will accomplish it. So, welcome to the show, Claudia. I'm so happy we're finally able to do this.
Yes, thank you for having me. I'm so excited.
Same here. So of course, whenever this interview is out, the fire's probably be all done. But you're based in California right now, right outside of fire. So how are you doing and handling all of that?
Yes, luckily, I'm very grateful to be in an area that wasn't affected as much, but near the Palisades and Malibu, Northern California has been very affected, and
Mhm.
a lot of that area is destroyed, and it's kind of been a crazy week just for everyone in Los Angeles.
I know. Like whenever I go to Los Angeles, I usually go to that area. So it's like when over the last week while watching all the clips and stuff on the news or just going through social media, I'm just like the places I set foot on are basically all gone, which is absolutely heartbreaking.
Mm.
And it's gonna be honestly so weird to go back there at some point and be like, okay, what just happened? Everything's burned down. Like, what are we supposed to do? It's gonna be so different once the fires completely stop.
Yeah, and the even if you're not close to a fire, the air quality is not great. Just
Mhm.
everywhere, like where I am, just all of LA, like the air is not in good condition right now, but the fires are have come down, so that's good.
True. And I seen like pictures, like all the sky is gray, like you can't see the sun, it's all like smoke and everything. I'm just like, oh my God, basically, like 2 years ago. PA got a bunch of like gray smoke and stuff and clouds from the fires up in Canada, and that was the worst. But I'm sure LA got it much 100 times worse than we actually did.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I heard it might be like one of the biggest fires in history, like for California,
Mhm.
but on a bigger scale, I'm not sure. But it's very crazy, scary, but I think it's heading in a better direction.
Yeah, from what I've seen, it's getting better, but with the heavy winds, it's just like who knows how bigger it's gonna get if it's a heavy winds is gonna continue doing it every single day.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
So, to change directions, so what inspired you to pursue a career in dance, acting, modeling, and singing? You're originally from New York in LA, which is probably the two biggest places for all those things, but what originally inspired you to pursue a career in those things?
So ever since I was younger, dance was always like my main thing, my goal. It's like my biggest passion, like my biggest love, and it brings me the most joy. And New York is obviously a great city for dance as well. It's like it depends on what you want to do. I think if you really want to pursue Broadway musical theater or like concert dance, I think New York is like the place for that. But I think for more of like my goals and what I want to do, LA is a big home for commercial dance and like music videos, award shows, like movies. A lot of jobs like that are based here. I think it depends on what kind of dance you want to do, but I think for the dance I want to do in my goals, I think LA was the place that I had to be.
Mhm.
And I've done acting and modeling ever since I was younger and singing too. I did, that's where I did Kohl's and Parents Magazine when I was like 6 and 8, like very young.
Hmm.
And I haven't done much modeling work since, but I would love like next to after dance, like modeling is something I really am interested in.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think it just depends on what your goals are and what you want to do. Like, but they're obviously both great cities for the industry.
They are. Like, I don't know why, but dance and modeling have been two interests of mine since I was probably a little kid. Like, things had changed since I was a little kid, though. But once I got older, I became more interested in dance, like more interestedly hip hop per se than anything else. Like, and maybe not exact like hip hop music, even though there's so many good hip hop songs out there, more like actual like fast moving dance. And
Yeah.
Los Angeles is really good for that. Well, because it's a big city, so it's more known for maybe acting, music videos, and stuff. Even though New York is more like television, dancing and stuff, like it's still a good city for it, but it's more like Broadway type of dancing or musicals type of like area to go for
Yeah,
if you're in LA.
I agree with that.
So, with all of that, like when you moved down to LA, like did you find more opportunities there compared to New York, or how did that work?
I did actually. I had like had a little bit of a connection with this one dance agency, and like kind of the same week, like I landed in LA, I got signed to that dance agency. I'm I'm not with them anymore, but that was like a very quick thing that happened. I'm very grateful because, having an agent's like very important, especially if you want to pursue dance and be a professional dancer. But kind of right off the bat, when I started taking class, I really noticed like the training is kind of just different. I think all LA is a big home to a lot of the major choreographers you see choreographing the world tours and like on award shows and like VMAs and Grammys. Like a lot of the
Mhm.
choreographers teach and live in Los Angeles. And it kind of just opened my eyes. And everyone in LA is like so talented.
Mhm.
I was just like, wow, this is like a really good push. I mean, people in New York are obviously talented as well. They're just different.
Like different like areas and of course different mindsets. Like whenever you go to LA, there's always someone out there that you'll see from maybe social media wherever you go. Maybe it's Santa Monica or to the beach or to the
Yeah.
pier. Like whatever it may be, you'll always find someone maybe skating, singing, dancing. Like there's always someone and with LA, like there's so many talented people that like it's kind of easy to make connections if you know someone, maybe that's an actor.
Yes. Yeah.
But that's honestly crazy though to go back to like you getting signed with an agency right when you moved there though. Like that's being grateful compared to many other things. I mean, so a lot of people it takes like a while.
Yeah. I had attended like a few of their intensives, like dance intensives, so I kind of knew them and they kind of knew me. And then when we told them we were moving, actually they signed me and my sister together because one of my sisters is also a dancer and lives in LA. And they signed both of us at the same time. I think it was like I submitted when I landed, and like 5 days after I landed, they kind of emailed and were like, "Can you join your sister's Zoom meeting?" And like we just got signed really fast. But
Mhm.
yeah, and then later down the line, now I currently got signed with Eris, and I'm represented for commercial print by them, and they're amazing. And
Mhm.
I'm grateful for that too, because I said modeling's my second biggest interest after dance.
It modeling is honestly so fun to do. Like to do like dress up in many different clothes,
Yeah.
swimsuit brands. I'm just like, I'll just try these on for free. I don't care if I have to buy them. As long as I get to try them on, and get some pics for Instagram or something, then I'm good.
Same.
Like honestly, as long as I have things to post on Instagram, then like I'm good. I don't need to buy these clothes. As long as I have them for my feed or something, then I'm good. I don't care about anything else.
Real.
So, behind your move to Los Angeles, so I know you mentioned a little bit about getting more opportunities there, but what was the biggest kind of motivation behind your move to Los Angeles to pursue your career?
Hmm. I've always looked up to dancers from here who dance here. Like, I'm always watching, like, the class videos from dancers that train here, professional dancers. And, like, I was like, wow, like, I really want to be doing that. It took a lot of, like, talking to my family because my grandparents and my cousins and even my oldest sister, they're all in New York right now. It's really just my mom and my other sister. But luckily, my other sister joined a little bit down the line. But I think my biggest motivation is really, I've always known from a young age that like I want to do this for a living. Like this is what I want to do with my life and my career. And I think I was like, if I want to take this to the next level and achieve the goals that I have for myself, like Los Angeles is the place where I need to be.
It definitely is because when you especially live in New York, you're just like, well, even if I had family down there, like that's the most like hardest part is that like even if you have family, the hardest part is leaving down to pursue your career. Even though you might visit here and then, the
Yeah.
hardest part is leaving your family, and that's my biggest fear. If I move across the country, is leaving everyone because you don't know what's the like next time you're gonna see them, or if you do, you know. So that's like kind of like the biggest fear. But to go in there to pursue a career is probably the biggest thing that keeps you going, no matter if you leave your family to go across the country.
Yeah, we're always talking and FaceTiming, and we do fly back like four-ish times a year. Holidays, obviously, we just were there for like a little under 2 weeks. And sometimes some of them come out here, like we try to see them often, but it's far and they're on the opposite side of the country, so it's obviously difficult.
True. And plus, the plane tickets so around like the holidays. Gosh, I
Expensive.
like as long as I'm seeing my family again, my bank account will never forgive me after a while. We recently got cast in Madhouse with Abby Lee Miller. So, what was that audition process like for you? Because of the famous Abby Lee Miller, like I need to know this.
It was very crazy. I watched season one of Madhouse. Like I was a fan. I watched the show because I always love dance shows. It's like literally basically all I watch. But the network Brandon TV that it was originally made on DM'd me, and I heard they were just DMing a lot of people. It was kind of like going around. I heard they were reaching out saying like we're looking for talent for season two. Like submit to this email. We're looking for dancers, actors, singers, but like bonus if you can do all three. And basically, we're just like submit your materials, your headshot, videos of you dancing, class footage to this email. And then after I did that, a couple days went by, and the producer emailed back and was like, "We want to talk to you." Like, I think I didn't know if it was going to be a Zoom or phone call, but it ended up being a really quick phone call. And then literally 2 days before we had to go to the house, they emailed at night. It was like Monday night. And she was like, "Congrats, we cast you." And I only knew one other girl going into this, like outside from like classes and stuff. And we both were kind of we both were kind of texting back and forth, like, "Have you heard yet? Have you heard yet?" Like, we were like, "When are we gonna?" Because it was very like fast. It all happened. It was a very fast process. But we both were emailed Monday night, ton of paperwork, like a huge pack list, like it was very quick. And then we had to be there Wednesday morning. So yeah, it all happened very fast.
Gosh, I mean, like, even though it's a fast process, I'm like, as long as I'm part of Abby Lee Miller's project, I'm good. Like, I grew up watching her on Dance Moms, because I
Ooh,
love like Dance Moms and all those other dance shows as well. So
same.
whenever I think of Abby Lee Miller, I think of her screaming during Dance Moms, so low key.
Me too.
Did you ever meet her or no?
Yes, we did the show with her, so she was there most of the time.
Like, what was she like? I'm curious because a lot of people think of her as, screaming and not
Yeah.
likable, but what was like your experience? So I'm very curious.
I think everyone had a different experience, but she was nice to us off camera, really. Like the only time we really got to talk to her off camera, the first day, like after lunch, we kind of just like talked to her for 2 hours. We were like, we're eating lunch with Abby Lee Miller. Like, this is so weird.
I
We could
know, I'm like, oh my gosh, we're actually spending time with her? Like, and she's now rude to us? Like, what a world for us.
no, yeah. And like, I think I can say this, but the show is obvious, it's reality TV, it's not very real.
Yeah.
So she would obviously like laugh or would like have her lines and like laugh and mess up or, you know, I don't think, at least now or from my experience, I can't speak for anyone else, but she was nice off camera. She would yell at the producers often just because, schedule time, getting her ready, like stuff like that. But like she treated us well off camera for the most part, but we only saw her when we were filming, so we'd walk in, start filming, and that's just how she is when she's filming. But
Yeah, like it's great you had that experience because I know a lot of people really don't have that experience with her and many other people as well, I know.
I definitely agree. Like, I can tell, I don't know if she's changed or I definitely can see where those people come from. I think honestly, just now with like the times and how things have progressed, that she knows we're already filming so much of the day. Like, when we're off camera, she doesn't have to be like that, in real life.
Yeah, like she doesn't have to just spend time with you guys and talk to you guys. She could just, do whatever and leave. Besides, like making time to talk to you guys, because usually that's how a lot of people are if they're famous. Is like once they're done filming, they'll leave and do whatever they want.
Yeah. There was, I think some things weren't like, not everything is scripted or like she had to. Some things that we were like, maybe you shouldn't say that, but it probably won't make it in the show anyway.
Yeah, you're like, well, these are cut out to make it for the air purposes. So let's just see when we watch this episode if it actually aired or not. If not, it's great, but if it does, it's not my choice.
Right.
But the last thing I have to ask you is like, what's next for you and your career right now?
You know, since I do dance mostly, like I spend most of my day training in dance classes. Being a dancer in LA, you don't really know when like your next job is going to be. Things pop up and happen so fast. It's kind of unexpected. You never really know what's going to happen next, but I'm always training in class. I'm always, I have my agency and I've been auditioning a lot. This week especially, I've been submitting a lot of self-tapes, but we'll just have to see. It's kind of up to the universe and what happens.
Yeah, I mean, anything, especially if you're in this industry, anything can happen. Like if some opportunity comes up, you never know what's going on. Like even if it's like a fast process, you're like, well, at least I get the experience and put on my resume for future opportunities. Because you don't know if with one opportunity you can get a huge opportunity, work for someone else that's maybe a big name.
Yeah.
So I think that is the best way to wrap up this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode as much as I did. I definitely would love to have you back on next few weeks. I know with the LA fires, they're very crazy. So I love to have your perspective of everything the next few weeks after the fires end and everything. But I really appreciate you coming on and taking time to chat with us today and also being so flexible.
Of course. Thank you for having me. I would love to come back. This was so much fun.
I love it. Same here. So thank you everyone for listening. Make sure to like, subscribe, and review, and stay tuned next few weeks. There's so many recordings coming up, and I'll talk to you guys very soon.